Hello everybody, and welcome back to Real Austrian Heroes. Yes, part 2. Now, before I carry on, I would just like to pose a question out to the people who watched the first one. I much appreciate it. My original thought was to do this in chunks. So, for example, rather than doing the whole campaign, because it's going to take 500 million years, if I would just record certain battles and highlights, edit them all together and release that as a video, rather than the long format. So if you want me to actually do the long format and play out everything, all the turns and stuff, then I'll do that. But if you want me to edit it down, all the, faffing about and just leave the battles and important things, I'll still record everything. It'll just be I'll cut out a lot of the middle there and stuff. Then let me know. Alright, now back to it. So, blasted Ottomans decided to declare war on me. Now, Transylvania is the most vulnerable. There are 3 bridges into our territory here. Although, with the amount of bridges and waterways, it is at least a few turns to Budapest or to Croatia. Now, what I'm thinking is once we mobilize the Southern Army, we shall move them up, have them secure the position. Now, I'm not sure. I was tempted. See, I'm not sure whether it's worth counter-attacking and burning some of their settlements to kind of create a buffer zone, because I don't want to capture them unless that's part of my objectives. Or if I just remain defensive, because I want to take Stuttgart, and Milan is still going to be an issue, but I need to build up more troops before I can take that on. And equally, I need a barrack so I can replenish the rest of my troops without having to bloody furnish shit from the capital all the time. So this is going to be an interesting thing. And I also don't actually have a navy for defending trade routes. And with the Ottomans and the bloody French controlling the Mediterranean, I'm not going to be seeing much trade. Although, do I actually have a trade relationship with Prussia? Yes. So I've got a trade relationship with Prussia. Is there anyone friendly? So I cannot trade with them. I can trade with Hessen. Who are Hessen? Allies with Saxony. Saxony are friendly with me and trading. So, I would like to request a trade agreement. Good. Alright. That is nice. Marienburg, allies of Denmark and Prussia. Portugal. Alright. See, this is actually helping my brain quite a lot because... Yay! Alright, so I've got some trading with some of the minor nations going. I've got the trading of all the maximum major nations I can do. Excellent work. Alright. I need... this army is going to move down into Transylvania. Back up those 4. I imagine if they're attacked, they probably won't hold out. However, as long as they can hold out long enough for this army, which I'm imagining I'm going to have to place either in Budapest or in Transylvania itself to patrol the southern border. Unless I want to go after the Balkans, which, again, I'm undecided on. This army needs to be built up. I need to wait a few more turns before my clearances and my initial buildings come in, so I can ruddy well get some income going. Now, I was thinking we should counterattack and take Stuttgart. Now, I think a logical thing to do would be to... yeah, we'll take this general. Move him into that army there. I want this army to have the primary cavalry. You have 1 unit of guns. Now, second thing, I want this army to move in. Alright, now we have 1 decent army and 1 just under substandard. And I think we could probably take Stuttgart with that force. Meanwhile, it does leave Innsbruck undefended, but if we take Stuttgart, then we only have to worry about Italy, but we couldn't mobilize the Southern Army within one turn to move in and relieve them. Alright. Oh, that shit's still burning, but I'm bloody broke. Because running a war is hard. What is my treasury? Not diplomatic relations. Yeah, whatever. I want the general public order. General public order, mostly fine. That's fine. Good. Income from taxes, 5,000. Government. Here we go. Alright, no navy. Army's costing 7 grand. Trade income's 2 grand, so next term we'll get 1,100. Okay. Alright. Now, I think what we should do is mobilize the 2 armies and move in to take Stuttgart. Meanwhile, you move in and take command of this force. Only 1 battery of guns, but Lightfoot Greens is probably my favourite Austrian infantry. Although, skirmishers are pretty good, but the Lightfoot I've always found a little bit more reliable. Yeah, alright. France. Yep, you're going to be pissing around the Mediterranean. Surprised Gibraltar's still there. Nelson, you're going to protect the English Channel, because of course you are. Russia, you're just going to send troops back in your own territory, because you live to make my life pain. Russia, just send all your troops my way, please. Denmark, I'm just going to be doing whatever. Bavaria is going to threaten the English Channel. That's a small military force, however, it is enough to threaten. Oh yeah, for 900 that's actually worth it. Because it will give us plus 200 region wealth, yeah. One more turn before... Oh, that's 3 turns, but one more turn before that comes in, which will be nice. Alright, take command of that Southern Army, please, General. Alright. Okay, now. Southern Army is moving into position, my friends. And I need a barracks to get replenishment of that. So, we'll see what we can do there. Alright. Magistrate. Yeah, I need more money. Is it worth taking... Capture the city Stuttgart, and they will give me 1,000. Okay. That's nice. Good. Alright, this army's still a little bit beaten, but it should be alright. Move in this army here. Alright. Now, we're going to assault because I don't trust auto-resolve in Total War games. I just don't. Even though it says I have the advantage, I just can't trust them. So we have a deployment on the flank. How many infantry? Are they going to sally forth, or are they going to hunker down in their buildings? If they hunker down, I have 2 batteries of cannons that can blow them out of there. If they sally forth, then I think flanking fire from the south of 1 battery of guns. Ooh. Rain. This is not ideal at all. And it's not really going to be much use placing a battery of guns when they'll be firing through the bloody trees. And they will be firing over hillocks. So this is not advantageous. It does, I must admit, good sir. Alright. I'm just thinking about what's the most logical solution for this. Are they going to come at us? Or are they going to... I think they're going to come at us. See, I'd want to place one battery of guns here, but the slopes are just not ideal for any of this. I could place one battery of guns here, but again, they're shooting uphill. And I kind of want to get the guns into position quicker, sooner rather than later. Alright. We're going to have one battery of guns here. Now. Cavalry. Moving in there. Sorry lads, I know I'm... This is why I'd want to cut out a lot of the boring bits, because it's literally me just tactically thinking, if I was the enemy, what would I be doing? So, for me, you can see we have the ground advantage. I would hold up in the buildings and fall back into the... No, actually I wouldn't. Yeah, because their guns would eventually get into range, so if I was the enemy... I've got shit low morale citizenry that are not good for much. And I could only rely on a solid core of my army. Alright, well we're going to put the general into the trees behind here. And I think we'll begin. Alright, guns, what are your range? Alright, so you do have the range for this. Good, reinforcements are coming. Alright. I think they're going to come straight at us. Oh, I didn't even know I had an extra unit of cavalry here. What I'm going to do is... Jaegers. Going to light infantry behavior. We're going to have the cavalry. They don't have any guns, so we can actually save our cavalry for flanking charges and things that we would need them to do. Where's our other unit of Jaegers? Alright, so they're over there. Deploy stakes. I don't think we'll need them because the cavalry are on the other flank. However, it would be nice to have just in case. And again, we'll toggle light infantry behavior. So they're mobilizing on this flank over here. On the bright side, we are getting our reinforcements moving into the battlefield, which is nice. I think they're going to be moving a lot to this flank. So we shall mobilize our infantry to move to this flank as well. Yeah, they're going to be moving straight at us. Yeah, we're not going to have them move in front of the guns. We're going to move them... Move them behind and then move from there. Now, our cavalry... Going to use the trees to skirt for cover. And now we're going to move this way. Alright, we've engaged the first number of the enemy. General staff, going to back up behind the trees. Cavalry, move in to plug these gaps. Infantry. Yeah, we're going to move in and behind here. Got my reinforcements coming, but they're going to be taking their sweet-ass time to get here. Second General Staff. Again, we'll probably move them behind the first lot. Probably time for you to leg it, I would say, lads. Also, we can move our cavalry to the flank behind here. Yeah, we could assassinate their general. Assassinate their commander with our cavalry, and then hit the rear of their lines with our infantry, with our cavalry as well. I'm not actually the greatest general in the world. I only have a loose grasping of tactics, but I'd like to think I'm not completely mad. I kind of want these guns to get into position. It's probably there is the most logical place to put them. Alright. Time to legate mode. Cavalry. Canister shot. Rip into them. Right, that canister should rip up the morale of those. Yeah. Infantry, hurry up and secure the line. Get your asses up there. Alright. They've still got some troops hiding in the thing, which isn't a stupid idea in and of itself. Right. Boost their morale. I've got 2 generals, so I actually have a decent number of abilities with that. Move in and shoot those guys on the flank. Hurry up and get those guns into position. What's the hill angle like? No, they still need to crest that hill, which is right in the path of those bloody troops. Alright. Cavalry. Kill their general. Extreme prejudice. Alright. Generals, pull back. I wish the guns would move faster. No, hold position. Do not pursue the enemy. How are our cavalry being crushed by their cavalry? Alright, the enemy general is dead. Get those guns unlimbered. Load canister. Get your ass into gear, people. Good. Now, cavalry, charge their armed citizenry. Buy time for our other guns to get into position. Alright. Swap the cannonballs. Yep, infantry, move and fire. Good. Cavalry, drive into them. Hold fire. Cannonballs. Did you actually get to the crest of the hill? Can you see what... Alright, you are a little back, but you're up high enough that you can probably fire at targets. Oi, hold positions. All troops, hold positions. Focus fire. Armed citizenry. I'm going to have you fall back. You could probably take them, but there are about 500 troops. So I'd rather not lose the cavalry on this. Both batteries of guns, when they get in position, you are to engage at will. Hold back. Hold. Hold. Redeploy in the forest. Do you have a firing line? I'm not sure if you've got the range for this. You're firing over that hill. It's more like a long barrage than anything else. Alright. I'm going to limber you back up, put you on the hill, and move from there. You should probably just kill those armed citizenry. Alright, I think this flank is secure. We're going to mobilize the last of our troops to move in and engage on this flank. Lancers. I'm going to have you halt what you're doing. Where's the crest of this hill you can fire from more effectively? Probably right about here, I'd say. Why are those armed citizenry kicking my cavalry's ass? I consider this unacceptable. Alright. There's no real point in keeping a coordinated line, so we can actually just mobilize infantry. No, I think I made a few mistakes. Positioning of the reinforcements, while good to cover that blank, probably would have been better up here. And I think the cavalry needed to be micromanaged better. Still, I think the infantry held the line quite a bit. How many troops do we have? Oh yeah, that was a later feature of Total War, wasn't it? I guess we won't know until after the battle. Lancers, charge them from behind. And good. Looks like the enemy are pushing the last of their troops in. Right. Oh yeah, unlimber. And fire. Infantry can move there. These guys can just trot their way back. I don't think I need them anymore. General staff are fine. Other infantry, move back behind the line to hold positions. Excellent work. See? I can lead a battle. Except I would love these armed citizenry to piss off. They're feeding troops into my meat grinder and I don't understand it. Ooh. I would be just shitting bricks if I was one of those guys. I don't think you guys can actually see. What if we limber you up and move you to the crest of this hill as well? I want to see if any of the shots actually... Oh! What? Oh, it just impacted the ground and didn't do anything. Come on. Fire! You know, it's actually pretty imposing. Oh, I guess they can't see them now. It's kind of imposing looking at, like, from these guys' perspective. You'll cease fire. Second battery of guns can move up there. Of course, the rain starts again. Wheel around. Hit them with flanking fire. Yeah, we've suffered moderate to medium casualties, I think. Isn't the worst in the world, but we could have done better. Good. Flanking fire. Another unit of infantry. Actually, and oh, I wish I had multi-horse battery cannons. These guys take 5,000 years to move in. They're tired, but they should be able to survive for a while. Ooh. Generals. Let's push back behind our other troops. Alright. The idiot cavalry had the dumbness of charging a fucking square of infantry, which in all of the Napoleonic War was only ever broken once. No, twice. I remember. Once was because, oh, sorry, battle. Phew, once was because a dead horse fell on one of the corners and opened a hole for the rest of the cavalry to jump through. And the other time was because the attacking cavalry actually jerked back as the flank they had just galloped past had finished firing. So, of course, they were still all reloading, and they were able to punish them that way. I'd have lost 500 troops. Not the worst in the world. Alright. We'll move them back to there. Repair cost. Alright, I think it's a wise idea to move that second army back just to give them a turn or two of replenishment. It will save our cash for when we need it. Alright, now. Oh no. Really? You have to move through enemy territory to go there? Oh, because it technically counts that as enemy territory. Okay. So yeah, we'll move them over there. And I'll contemplate attacking. Although the thing is, I only have one battery of guns. I mean, it's all going to be armed citizenry. However, I'd still like to feel like I can do something about this. Ah, we may as well bloody repair it. Alright. Now, was I sent a unit of German Fusiliers? I was sent a unit of German Fusiliers. Okay, well that actually branches out the army a little bit. And, because this... oh, it just has a cantonment. I really thought it was going to have a barracks that I could use no matter. Dun, 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 dun. Russia, they're not going to get involved in the fight against France for a while. Russia, of course, are just going to do their thing of bloody marching troops back and forward across Russia, which is at least better than the bloody Duke of Wellington, who just marches back and forth between bloody Cardiff and London the whole bloody time. Counter-attack, English. Invade France. Buy me some time. Ottomans. Yeah, they're moving in the south, aren't they? Ooh. Well, yeah. Anything that will give me money is good. Ah, I've got my new units of German Fusiliers. This army has a little bit more infantry packing to it. Now, we shall move this army back here so they can replenish for a turn. I'll have my agent infiltrate, see what we can come up with. It's Napoleon himself, 3 batteries of guns and infantry. Auto-resolve wise, I would get crushed. Actually fighting it, if my cavalry can move aside, gut the guns and tie up Napoleon himself, then my guns and infantry can probably deal with those Fusiliers. However, that's all theoretical. I'd also want the second army to back it up. So I'm going to hope that Napoleon does not make any attempts to assault me at this current time. I've also got the Northern Italy to deal with eventually. Oh, looks like they are getting themselves a small army together. Do I position you in Budapest, or do I move you across to Transylvania? Well, we've got 2 units of troops in Transylvania, so that's nice. Well, 4 units of infantry. Not a stupid idea. Again, that requires a bit more money. Alright. So we have got some of our farms. Yeah, first lot of farms have come in, so that's good, so it's a little bit more money. That's not the worst thing. It's not really about national prestige right now, it's more being able to stay alive. At peace. We have to keep an eye out for people like that. Alright, minor nations. Cannot trade with any of those guys. We should probably... Oh, wait. We can trade. Oh. Request trade agreement. I thought they said cancel trade agreement. No idea. Oh, good. Alright. Trade income 2,600. So I got an extra couple $100 from that. Good. Thank you, minor powers of Europe. You are really helping Austria out here. I do appreciate it. Alright. Captured Stuttgart. We're moving our troops forward. Alright. Now to see what France is going to do. They're going to be a pain in the ass. Oh, there goes the annual commute between Cardiff and bloody London. Britain, please get an army in... you go bother Belgium then. Prussia. Russia? Cool. You're sending an army my way. Sending 2 armies my way. I like it. I like it. Sexy. I approve. Oh, another small force. No, that's going to Moscow. Can you not send that to Moscow? The gentleman can go to Moscow. That's perfectly fine. Yay! Send the army back my way. Good. Portugal, Denmark, Ottomans. They are heading towards bloody Transylvania. Oh, that's only 48 bucks. What the army's like? Napoleon himself? Eh? I'm not going to get a human to show up. If Napoleon himself wants to do this, we'll fight him. Also, remember what I said about the auto-resolve looking like it's unfair? Yeah. That's why I'm fighting this one. More battles in the rain. Criminy Christmas. Alright, battery of guns. Well, logically, we'll place them on the road up on the hill here.
Damn this weather, sir. Wet powder makes misfiles a certainty.
I know, unfortunately, my friend. I like to think of that guy as just a friendly officer who's able to help out. Right. Light infantry behavior. Start the battle. Alright. Cavalry. Oh dearie, dearie, dear. Oh no, probably worth keeping all the guns. Alright, swing the army around. Right flank, swivel. And we can use this, the hill slope for cavalry. Legate. Light infantry. Deploy stakes. And keep an eye out for what's going to come. Actually, it's probably not a stupid idea. Rush a couple more units of infantry to that flank. General. You guys can move through here. Alright. I know it actually says against it in the Napoleonic Wars Handbook. Well, actually, it was against the Duke of Wellington's personal philosophy of engaging enemy artillery guns and gun duels. However, I'd like to hopefully tie up some of their guns for a little bit. Alright. Infantry. Legate. I'm going to activate Legate mode, if you wouldn't mind, please. Now, we're on a reverse slope, so we're safe from the enemy guns behind here. And we're on the flanking thing, so while their infantry are clearly preparing for our attack over that side, their guns will not be able to counteract us. Lancers, keep moving across the little gully there. Alright. Crest the hill, infantry. Guns, switch fire to those infantry. Lancers, mobilize over here. General, maintain behind the reverse slope technique. However, it would be nice if you were to maintain behind so you can keep the morale up. Alright. Is this just old Total War AI? Because I'm not kidding. This is veteran. This is legendary. I double checked when I set this bloody game up, because I didn't want to fuck up and accidentally make it something else. So why are the enemy so retarded? The auto resolves are clearly stacked for veteran, because the fact that an army this size could beat an army my size in equal warfare should, you know, abstain to that. However, when actually coming to fight the battles, it seems the AI is naturally retarded, which is why I'm able to maintain whatever advantage this supposedly is. Must admit, my guns have been completely useless. I seriously thought they were going to deploy in the town. That's what I would have done, use the buildings for cover, but no. I will give Napoleon this, he outfoxed me. Advance forward. Oh. Fire! Napoleon's getting away! I doubt we have anyone that can actually go get him, I think.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Right. Basically, forming they form squares because they expected my cavalry to attack them, but that actually leaves them more open to musket fire. While Napoleon himself is going to be attacked by my cavalry. Oh, there he is! Look! It is Napoleon himself, actually swinging his sword. Come on! Kick his ass, cavalry!
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must.
Ha! Oh, he's only wounded. But he's on the ground right there. I guess we must assume he's dead. Because our guys are idiots. Excellent! Ah, that was actually delightful. And we kick Napoleon out for a few turns. Whoa! Whatever sound glitch that was. I apologize, people. No idea. Alright. Nicely done indeed. Okay, we need to... mobilize our army into Transylvania. Yeah, we'll mobilize them to Transylvania. That's where their enemy concentration build-up is, so we'll probably be wise to be nearby. Do we do that? How many turns is it? It's 2 turns to Transylvania. I'm so worried that they're just going to come straight over here and attack Croatia. We'll gather them in Budapest while I have a think about the situation, I think. Sometimes my first instinct is not the correct one. My cavalry is so beaten up. Oh, wait. We can recruit new troops, which is nice. And I guess we can buy some time. Hold on, replenishment. What can they replenish? Chevaliers, Fusiliers, Uhlans. What am I rocking? Chevaliers and Uhlans. Okay, so I need a barracks. Either in Munich or... That's 1350. Ah, 1342, really? Yeah, it might not be a stupid idea to pull this army back to Munich and to have... Yeah. And to have this army move up the front. Or maybe even just push the weakened units back into this army and replace... Yeah, we'll push the weakened units back. Anything under half strength, move them there. While this army will send everything full strength to the front. It does mean this army suddenly lacks cavalry, but it does make up for an extra battery of guns. But to be fair, our cavalry is so beaten up anyway. So we'll move them back to there. Next turn we'll orchestrate the construction of a barracks. And we'll be able to hopefully replenish those troops. Yes. Oh, the daily... Look how many bloody armies Britain's rocking! Consolidate them into 2 or 3 solid armies. Send them to invade France. Back me up here, Britain. I know it's the broad national policy. Where is Hessen? What about... We will do that for now, because it gives me $700, and I can figure out where Hessen is and what they are actually asking of me. For now, I think it's wise that we just focus on the enemy at our front. And I might make this the last turn. Just for now. Denmark, going to be doing their Danish thing. Bavarians. Ottomans. See, they're consolidating. Is there a logical way through?
There is unused land suitable for farming in this region.
Where?
Building farms here will help the population.
No, 2,700. I need a barracks. Weird question. Ah, so there is a path through the trees. No, send them to Transylvania. My initial instinct was correct. Oh, wow, their general was suspiciously killed. Great. Alright, well, before we recruit a new one... Oh yeah, I was going to send these guys back behind here. We want a barracks. We want basic roads. Yeah, this army is basically all infantry, however, they've got some things. Now, Hessen. That's Saxony. That's Marienburg. Where is Hissam? Hessen. Bavaria. Frisia. Oh, why don't we just go to the minor... Where's Hessen? Right there. So, right above Bavaria and Württemberg. So, oh, Hessen there. Well, no, they've got a full-strength army, and I'm right on their doorstep with a slightly damaged one. That's not a smart move. Right. Now, you lot need a general. Oh, and you cost too much money. Awesome. I would like this. Oh, no, you can actually afford one. Good. I was going to say, not being able to afford one is a bit annoying, but there we go. Alright, so we've got one full-strength army to combat the Ottomans. We have managed to take Stuttgart and defeat Napoleon in a one-on-one battle. Although there is another army being rapidly built that could threaten us. We've managed to make quite a few diplomatic ties with some of the minor nations. And we've got a substantial number of forces that we can play with once I have better access to things.
Gentlemen may be ordered to duel with others.
Where's Heidenberg? Oh, up here. Ah. Well, Heidenberg, could you research public schooling? Probably not a stupid idea to have. Alright, now, as I said, in the comments if you'd like me to just split this up into parts and just cover battles or whenever someone declares war on me or something like that, then let me know. But if you want to actually me to do this long play style, then I'm able to do that as well. I mean, I'm going to be playing it anyway. It's just a case of whether you want me to cut out the faffing or not. Alright. On the behalf of the Kingdom of Austria, I shall bid you all farewell.